Shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Makak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere friends. And this is your brother Abawan that came into that video. And you saw the video that I clipped, before this one, okay, in the post-production, and you see them and what they're actually cutting up and folding and showing. The money that they were cutting up and folding and showing is the new currency they were using here in Nigeria. I'm sure you all can remember, the beginning of the year when you had protests and riots all over Nigeria because of the cash crunch, where basically the banks and the ATMs stopped paying out money and they completely shut down. And that's beautiful, man, because what you are seeing this year has been a year of judgment. The Most High is just bringing out all manner of judgments year by year, month by month, day by day. And this year has really been a year that things have been happening and things have been moving in the spirit, and it's showing that that is showing me that we are getting closer and closer, approaching even more to the end, which is the time which are the times that we're currently in right now. But back to what I was saying, when there was no cash at all in the country, you had riots and protests, banks shutting down, ATMs being destroyed, banks being destroyed, and all manner of chaos all over the country because there was no fiat currency. And what Esau was doing was testing his digital currency, his transition to the digital currency in here in Nigeria. And basically, you still have no money, right? You still have, there is still no money in the ATMs. The banks still are dispensing money, but it's not as bad as it was at the beginning of the year. But it is still very bad. Okay, man can't even, Jake can't even go anywhere to find some cash. But sure, it is what it is. But what you are seeing there was, them producing counterfeits of the new currency, which was, introduced by the CBN. That's basically what caused the whole cash crunch in the first place, because they are trying to redesign the current naira in order to, the excuse they were giving, the excuse they were giving at the time was to control corruption and money laundering. But even to this day, even now, the new notes are being laundered left and right, because if you go to bank, you won't see those new notes. And where are the new notes going to? Because you know that the central bank is still printing those notes. Well, where are they going to? They are being laundered by the elites in this country. Okay, and when I saw that video, the reason why I'm even doing a video on that video specifically is this is the next format. This is the next excuse that Esau will use to try to push the digital currency, a pandemic of counterfeit fiat, right? Especially in the in these third world countries, in order to push digital currency. Esau will tell you that, oh well, the money isn't, the money is counterfeit. They are counterfeiting the money too much. So let's transition to the digital, because talking about how money is dirty and so on and so forth is not going to work in the third world, okay? Because more or less, in these first world countries, you already have everything going completely digital, contactless payments, right? You pay with your phone, you pay with your card, you pay with your watch, or you pay with everything that is, you pay with everything that can bring you as close to paying with the MOTB, right? With the CHIP as possible. Your phone that is in your hand, your watch that is on your wrist, all manner of things like that. Up until eventually they just say, "Oh, why not put it in? Why not put it in you? That way you can never lose it." But the point being is that the new push right now, most likely, okay, that's why I'm doing this video, because I'm trying to tell our people that are in these third world countries, don't be surprised if you start seeing campaigns going up and down about counterfeiting and how dangerous counterfeiting currency is, and how transitioning to a digital currency or a digital CBDC will guard and protect you from falling victim to this counterfeit currency. That's basically what you are going to be hearing, eventually, because right now these devils are trying to find the best way to push this MOTB on the air, because they have been seeing brothers doing videos concerning the MOTB, especially the brother Yashalam from the main camp, right? GMS Watchman. He has been doing videos about it, and we're getting to that point where eventually it's going to be pushed on the earth. And we know that part of Esau's propaganda is to try to get as many people as he can to be okay with this. So let me get this in the book of Job 13, verse 4. Job 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. That's right. So these devils, they'll find an excuse or a way in order to say that the fiat currency is no longer safe and try to push you into using the digital currency, right? Which of course, the fiat currency itself is wicked, but the fiat currency is also off and it's not, actual money because it's not backed by anything. Then you can make the argument that fiat currencies are actually backed by the government that issues its economy. But that is not there, but that is basically nothing because you can't measure an economy, right? You can't put value on an economy. How do you put value on an economy? You put value on an economy using the same fiat currency it is that the economy is supposed to be backed by. So it's just a cycle, man. The truly, no matter how you want to slice it, because you have people in this world that will try to, make all kinds of for false arguments. I've forgotten the word I wanted to use. I always wanted to say fallacious. Basically, they're making all kinds of false arguments about how the fiat currency is this, the fiat currency is that. But ultimately, this fiat currency itself is useless. But the digital currency is just the same as the paper fiat currency, just going to replace it. And the reason why, of course, we know that the reason why Israel is pushing digital currency is for his new world agenda, the Great Reset, and ultimately for control, because all the transactions, all the movement, the cash flow will be monitored by Esau Edom and able to be easier taxed. Okay, so that's ultimately what these devils want. They want full control, especially over transactions and over the movement and the flow of currency, of cash in this kingdom, which is why the scriptures tell you in Revelation 13, verse 6, right, that no man can buy nor sell, say he that had the mark or the name or the number. And the reason why I can't go to that is because these devils, you know how they do. As soon as you start bringing out truth a little too hard, the video gets taken down instantly. Strike on your channel and that kind of thing. And I believe that every brother right now has had at least 2 strikes on their channel, been suspended for that 1 week or even 2 weeks. So now anything you do, instant 1 week suspension. But Esau and YouTube have been quiet for a while, which have been quiet for a while. Brothers haven't been getting flagged or banned all too much. Of course they are still doing it, right? They put on the other Malcolm recently. I think they put on the apostles as well. All three of the apostles, imagine. But for the most part, for the brothers that are usually eating too, Esau has been quiet on them. The brother from Tanzania, the brother from Salt Beach, Yaraya, the brother from Italy as well. That's mainly because even we ourselves, we are trying our best to work around all of YouTube's policies so that we will not get banned. That's the major reason why you see that brothers aren't getting their videos taken down all too much anymore, because they're trying to keep it according to YouTube's guidelines. But anyway, that's what I was saying. You see these devils, man, they're trying to push the next stage of their agenda, because ultimately this is all going into the new world order that Esau Edom is trying to push. Because what are they trying to do? They are trying to get everybody on the planet see it, so they can have full control over you and your life, even more than they do right now, right? But of course, in case you are wondering whether they will succeed or whether they won't, it should already be abundantly clear to you just from reading the scriptures that ultimately these devils will fail. Let me get these precepts. I also want to get this as well. Here it is. It's apparently the devices of the craft. Here it is. Job 5. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So this is the book of Job 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. And ultimately, Esau Edom is going to be disappointed by the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by the returning of our Lord Yahushai. As the scriptures, even the scripture tell you that while he is eating, as he's about to fill his belly, so he's about to put the final nail on that coffin and believe that he had succeeded. Ultimately, you have our Lord Yahushua reigning on his parade, right? Our Lord Yahushua will return and come and completely dismantle all the wickedness, all the madness that Esau Edom has done, right? And all that is because all that is really remaining right now is that final major prophecy, which is the MOTB. And we've been going into this, many times, that as soon as this MOTB starts being pushed on the earth, you should be prepared and you should be aware of what is coming. And what is coming is the MOTB, which is the RFID microchip, okay? And you have a lot of our people still having debates and arguments over what the CHIP is, still trying to figure out what it is, and still telling you that it's not the RFID microchip, even with all the news that has been coming out as of late and all the things that are happening on the earth. And we are clearly showing you how this thing is going to be implemented, how it is going to be pushed, okay? We are giving you the detail. We are giving you this to you in detail. These other camps aren't doing that. Oh, they'll tell you it's sleeping with white women. They'll tell you it's sin, but they won't tell you how it's sin. They won't tell you how, even though it's sin, is going to be implemented on the earth. But yet here we are giving you all the details about what could happen, how it could be pushed, when it will be pushed, and what manner it will come in. And you are seeing all these things happen before your eyes. You already see the makeshift, or basically the different cash, contactless payment stands that can basically be transformed into chipping stands, or at least payments through the CHIP stands. Okay, because that's what Esau Edom is getting ready to do. This is the next stage of Esau Edom's plan in order to push the digital payment, so he can push the CHIP as well. He will talk about, he could start using counterfeiting of money as an excuse ultimately. So with that, I'll end the video right there. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, Wa Abad Bapal, and through the Spirit, I hope you are coming, you are edified. Shalom.